What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with our SAO variant showdown video. So, in this video, there's a lot of stuff I could wait until the full release to kind of go over, but I figure it's good to go over it now so people have the information for it, so when the game does come out. Now, obviously, stuff can change, since this is just the closed beta. I'm sure they're probably going to have an open beta as we get closer, maybe with some co-op stuff so they can kind of test the servers. I'm still really banking on somewhere between October to December, probably releasing this game, since they did say 2022 unless it gets pushed back. But in this video, I want to kind of go over the like the member system. You just like everything, formation, how team setup works, how character enhancement works, and how ability card enhancement works. I'll probably have a few videos like this where I just kind of go over small things. The next video after this one will probably be going over the event, since I just unlocked the event. I haven't played through it yet. And then I guess we'll look at some of the materials and stuff like that. I have done a few more summons. I've been very unlucky. Still, my only two SSRs are the Kirito they give you and the Lizbeth that I was able to pull twice. But I really wish there was a way to kind of just look at the banner itself, because it doesn't show you. There's no way to look at like the rates or anything, so it is unfortunate we can't kind of look at that. But let's go ahead and just go over the member stuff. So first thing, formation, obviously how you set up your team. The way team setup works, you have 3 characters on a team, and then each character can equip 3 ability cards. And of course, some ability cards will be better for specific characters, especially, obviously Kirito will probably want to use Kirito ability cards like this. Can I look at it? Can I increases strength by 60% when remaining time is 30 seconds or less, so you're gonna get a boost for that. So this isn't really specific to Kirito. I'm sure there are going to be some that are specific to each character, especially some of the higher rarity ones like this SSR Liz card. Reduces physical attack damage by 100% when attacked with own elemental weakness. So that's pretty cool there. So the damage you would receive gets cut in half, and all that kind of good stuff. So that's pretty much what you do. There are obviously different elements in the game. There are 3 different elements from what I can see. Let's just go ahead and do this. So you could filter by the... obviously there's the 3 elements in the game are fire, water, and wind. A lot simpler than Unleash Blading, but there are more categories. There's fighter, wizard, defender, supporter, and ranger. Obviously supporter would probably have a lot of healing stuff, and then of course all the different ailments you can get. But yeah, so there are only 3 actual elements in the game. I'm sure there will be some stages where you want to just bring a whole water team, but I don't have like a massive list of characters right now. As you can see, I only have 2 SSRs, 3 SRs, and the rest are rares. I do like, though, that all the different rarities, even rares, can have like specific costumes. Like, go ahead and look at Silica right here. Can I open her thing? Like, this is a unique outfit specific to this game. It really does feel like it's like a battle showdown kind of game they've logged into. And it's got a real techno kind of feel to it, so I love the outfits that literally this whole game feels like you're inside of like a rave or something. So that's pretty much how team setup works. You're going to kind of want to figure out what works for each character. Obviously if there are cards, like burn attack, burn characters, obviously, Liz is a fire character, so you want to give her burn abilities. Water resistance, you probably want to put it on somebody who is going to benefit. So obviously the water resistance I currently have on Kirito, this Yu-Gi-Oh card, would probably be more beneficial for Liz, because she's the one that's going to be the weakest against it. But then again, you could also do the same sort of thing. I mean, obviously you're going to be fighting water boss stages with wind characters, right? That's how the, I think, goes. It's like water is good against fire, fire is good against wind, and wind is good against water. So against the water stage, you're going to use wind. So give your character your wind character a water resistance, so they'll take even less damage. So it's pretty simple how team setup kind of works. Obviously, your characters have levels and stuff. We're going to go over that here in a second. So let's move over to character enhancement. So there are multiple ways to kind of boost up your characters. Let's go to Liz right here since she's the actual one that I pulled. There are 3 ways, excuse me, to, oh, by the way, custom. I'm assuming custom means you can cut, so all the outfits I'm assuming you unlock, you can just put them on the character whenever you want. So if you wanted to put one of those like new outfits that the Rare and SR Lisbeth have on her, instead of using her normal costume for her SSR, I assume you're going to be able to do that. As you can see, an SSR starts at level 60. SRs start being able to go to level 50, and then Rares start being able to go to level 40. And of course, this first page, Enhance, you get these EXP chips, and you can slowly level up your character this way. So you just go ahead and do that. Enhance, boom, brings Liz to level 35. Second page, Rank Up. This is how you're going to raise your character's level. I'm not sure what the max level is going to be. I'm going to assume maybe 100, but that might be a lot. I really don't know what to expect for max level. But right here, getting to rank 2 will get your character to... So what would that? It would be 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So it would take 8 limit breaks to get to level 100, so maybe they won't do that. But who knows? Obviously, I'm not going to find out in this beta. However, some of the stages have given me some of the materials. You can see these little sword things right here. I have 9 of them. So some of the story has been given that. So you will be able to farm up the stuff free to play. Obviously, for stuff like this, you're probably going to have to do harder missions. Let's see if it even tells me where I can get it. Obtainable in quest, but it doesn't tell me where. So I'm assuming we probably can't limit break SSRs during this, unless it actually opens up higher difficulties, but I haven't played enough of the main story to know. So that's it for that page. So this page is literally just, level up. And then the final page is Unlock, which will make your abilities stronger, as well as giving you more stuff for your status ailments, as well as just overall increasing your stats. Obviously, I did pull a dupe for Liz in one of my multis after my initial one, so I do have her at a 1-star, so she does have a boost that a normal Liz without dupes isn't going to have. So ideally, if you want the best version of a character, you are going to have to probably pull that character 6 times. Because it seems like every limit break costs 40 of these crystals, and it seems like you get 40 crystals every time you pull the character, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I didn't really see how many crystals I got when I pulled Liz the second time. But I do think it's probably 40 crystals, so you probably need 6 copies to max dupe out a character. So that's pretty much it for enhancing characters. So let's go ahead and back out. I guess actually while we're here, I can show you what it kind of looks like. Because it's not just SSRs that can benefit from this. Like, let's say you're just super unlucky. These are the only 2 SSRs day 1 you get. You don't want to reroll. Obviously, you'll have a bunch of dupes for, like, the rares can still be very useful. They have some nice abilities. So you just unlock potential. Boom. Show off the little animation real quick. And there you go. See? So obviously the rares and SRs are going to be a lot easier, especially since I don't imagine they're going to make as many SRs and rares on future banners. They might do it where it's like, oh, you get 1 new SSR and then like 2 SRs per banner, every like new banner. But who really knows? They may not do, they may just release SSRs after the first initial batch, and then the rares and SRs are just like the usual characters you got. Or maybe there'll be like some event SRs you'll be able to get at some point. But we'll have to see. So that's pretty much how that works. So let's look at card enhancement. Obviously, these are the ability cards you can get from the gacha. So pretty much what you do is here, you can either level up your cards, which obviously will increase the stat points that they give. There are 2 things you can kind of do here. There's enhance and there is unlock potential. So it does seem like there's just going to be normal shards you can use. As you can see here, you can just kind of level it up right there. Obviously, I don't have the money right now since we just did that limit break. And then in the Unlock Potential tab is where you put in your dupes. So you click on this, and then it'll raise its maximum level that it can be. Actually, no, it doesn't. It just increases the stats, it seems. I don't know if it'll actually be a way to... Well, actually, let's see. So what does it really do? It just upgrades what it does. So instead of... So 60% plus another 7, so 67% boost. Maybe the max level will change later on, but I'm actually fine if it doesn't. Like, because I don't want to have to go crazy with all these cards that we're going to have to enhance. So I think that's totally fine if they just stay there. And obviously this one, this Liz one, I like how it has like an animation to it too. The SSR cards have like an animation, I guess. So that's really, really cool. And then, of course, down here, material exchange, if there are ones you just want to sell. Like, if there are ones you're never going to use. Like, I assume once we're far enough in the game where we have, like, you know, 50 SSR cards and, like, 100 and something SRs, you can probably just sell the rares. Then you just go ahead and you click on them, the ones you want to sell, and then you'll get materials for that. It looks like rares give you the small ones, and then, of course, SRs probably give you the medium and large ones. But I assume you'll be able to farm this currency anyway, so it's probably not really a reason to sell them too much unless you're just trying to free up space. But other than that, that's pretty much it when it comes to team composition. Let's actually just go to quests real quick. I'm not going to do a stage in this video, but oh yeah, there are daily quests as well, but I'll probably go over that in a different video. So like, for example, let's take a look and see what it says here. Like, does it say anything about what we're actually fighting here? Like, the element of the enemy? Okay, it does. So right here it shows fire. The enemies are fire. So weak. Okay, so weakness against ranged attacks, weak against melee attacks, and then, of course, they will be weak against water. So ideally, you don't want to bring wind characters to a fire stage, which, of course, I have 2 water characters on my team, my Kirito and my Silica, that I am currently using for my team composition, are going to be very useful in this kind of stage. So that's going to be some... I do like that there's not going to be as many elements, because then that's less teams you have to build up, especially if they're going to pour ability cards into the gacha pool. That means you really only have to work on having 3 different teams. I'm sure there might be some stages that have multiple colors that you have to deal with, but for the most part, I think they will end up sticking to just kind of one color. So that's really only 9 characters you have to worry about having, like 9 good SSRs, and then of course upgrading as time goes on, you know, game bearer units. And then of course, you know, that's 9, 8, so it's like 27 like ability cards you have to worry about equipping there as well. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make a quick video about how kind of like the team stuff works and those menus. So the next video I'll make, and probably the last one for the beta until like after the beta's over, I'll give my thoughts on everything. I'll make one more video about the event itself, and we'll kind of see how events work. But that's gonna be it, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you've been able to play or if you've just been watching, let me know what you think. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I've gotten to learn more in the tutorials and stuff, you know, about ultimate attacks and stuff like that. You know, obviously every character is going to have an ultimate if you can max out the burst gauge and all that. So I think it's going to be a really fun game. There's obviously a lot of stuff that's kind of wonky with like camera angles and stuff, but I think obviously this is a beta. It makes sense and not everything's going to be perfect right off the bat. And hopefully they can get that stuff situated before the actual full release. So that's going to be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.